Hey, this is Anthony with Revzilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our motorcycle glove sizing and buying guide at Revzilla.com. So in this video, I'm going to walk through gloves. We're going to start off talking about sizing, and then we're going to move through the common types of glove, from short, leather, textile, and then we're going to go into full gauntlets. But really what you need to remember if you're considering motorcycle gloves, because God bless them, there are a lot of folks out there that aren't wearing gloves every day. Gloves come down to really three key factors. They come down to protection for your hands, they come down for function, meaning a better interface with the controls on your bike, and then they do come down to style. Most guys want to wear a glove that's going to match their style and the type of bike and type of gear that they wear. So in this video, I'm going to start off with sizing right now, but if you want to click ahead, I'm going to walk through the 4 basic types of short and full gauntlet gloves that we have at Revzilla.com later on in the video. Let's dive into sizing. 2 key ways in which gloves are typically measured. And remember, every glove on the site that's worth its salt is going to have a video where I talk about specific sizing in that video, and it's also going to have a size chart. Now, the first way that you're going to see motorcycle gloves be measured is it's going to typically be a range, or it'll give you the instruction that says put your hand flat on top of a tape measure. I have a tape measure, I have it in inches, and take the widest measurement across the widest part of your palm. Typically that's just below the knuckles. So what I'm doing is I'm laying it out here, but put my hand down on top of it. I'm going to come in right around 4 inches. I would go back to my size chart and I'd be able to tell definitively what glove size I would need. Now I will say this, for most gloves, if you're right on that cusp of the size, go to the next size up. If a glove is too tight, textile gloves do not break in. So if you're running out of room, you're going to have a hard time with your controls, probably reaching your turn signals. Also, if you're looking at leathers, keep in mind they're going to break in about 5%. So that's glove option 1. And the size chart on the specific glove brand page or glove page you're on will tell you that. Option 2 is the circumference of your hand. And remember, it might be a definitive measurement in inches. It might also correlate with a European size, but the size chart's going to tell you. What I would do is I would take my measurement now, and the beauty of this is you don't need a helper. You just need a soft tape or a piece of string. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the end of the tape measure right below my knuckle, and I'm going to go around the widest part of my hand. And if you want to be safe, sometimes your hands can be slightly different sizes. Do both of them and then take the wider measurement. I'm going to come in here, flaring my hand out here just over that 8.5 mark when I go all the way around. That's going to give me that full circumference measurement for certain brands that I'd be able to go back to the size chart. But the big thing that you can do here is look at that size chart, but watch the video, because some models within some glove brands are going to have some nuances to them, and I'll give you a frame of reference whether it fits big or small as well. So the other thing to consider is ladies' gloves. And remember, for you ladies that are watching it, there's no difference in how you're going to measure your hand, but what you should expect compared to a men's glove is that the palms will be thinner and the fingers will be a bit longer. And that's really the difference from an ergonomic standpoint that we see in most leather or most ladies' gloves that are done by manufacturers that really think through the way they're designing those gloves. So from here, we're going to walk into the common styles of gloves. We're going to do short leather, short textile, and then we're going to do full gauntlet leather and full gauntlet textile, and talk about the different things you should look for when you're looking at those types of gloves. And remember, click right here, subscribe to us at Revzilla TV on our YouTube channel, and leave us any feedback on this video that you see fit. Your opinion, I'd love to hear it. Leave it right there after you subscribe to our channel. Now, the first type of glove I'm going to get into is your leather short cuff. Most common. You'd wear leather over a textile because it is more protective, more abrasion resistance. Remember, your hands are always, you're programmed to put your hands down if you're going down. This is an Icon Pursuit glove. Classic black. Notice that it is perforated. A lot of times perforations for airflow, and I'll talk about seasonality really quickly. A leather glove typically, unless it says it's waterproof, which not many are, is going to be really a spring, summer, fall. It's going to be 3-season warm weather is what you're going to get out of leather, and depending on how it's vented or perforated will be how it performs in the summer. Now I will say this, with any short cuff glove, it's meant to kind of meet up with the cuff of your jacket. Not a lot of rocket science there, but a lot of times the opening on a leather glove is going to be a little smaller, the opening on a short cuff rather, because there's less glove to hold it onto your hand. You can see how this works. The anatomy is going to be the constructions. A lot of times you'll see cowhide. You'll see goat skin, which offers more tactile touch. You can see kangaroo, which is lightweight and really strong, a bit of an upgrade. And then you look, hard protection across the knuckle. You'll see sometimes you'll see gel in the palm of the hand, reinforcement across the control areas, and then depending on how the cuff's done, this Icon Pursuit has micro Velcro, so it's not going to bite any of your base layers or jackets. Again, it's about how technical you want to go, but also about style. I personally prefer leather gloves for summertime riding. I'm an ATGET guy. I've gone down. I know what happens when you don't have gloves on and you put your hands down. It's not pretty. But leather's basic. and a lot of it is about style, level of investment, and the type of functionality that you want. Typically, you don't see waterproof or insulated leather gloves. That's something you'd see in more of a textile or even a leather glove that's a full gauntlet. So our next glove in the lineup would fall into the textile short cuff category. So again, textile is a little bit more lighter weight than leather, sometimes a little bit less of an investment, but you get more adventure out of a textile. When I say adventure, a lot of times there's a lot of different flavors they can do. You'll still probably see leather in the palms, sometimes a mixture, like in this Alpine Stars SMX Air Carbon 2, of leather as well as Clarino. You still might have different areas of protection in the heel of the hand and the ball of the thumb. But again, looking at this is a mesh glove with leather inserts, carbon fiber on the knuckle, sub $100. Again, short cuff. This glove, in my opinion, would be less protective than the Icon Pursuit, just in the fact that it's not completely leather, but it's going to breathe better. And that's one of the things, whether it be textile on top or it be a mesh on top, you're going to get a little bit more flexibility in the glove's design from a textile glove. And again, this is a sport glove. There are adventure gloves. There are touring gloves that come in a short cuff fashion. And it comes down to personal preference as well as style preference as well as level of investment. You're going to see that through some of the bells and whistles. And I'm going to quickly note that the SMX2 Air Carbon from Alpine Stars is probably one of the most popular gloves, if not the most popular glove ever made in the motorcycle industry. The next category we have is a full gauntlet leather glove. I call these race gauntlets. That's typically where you see them. Now, there are some gloves that are going to be full gauntlet and leather that might be a little less technical, single gauntlets or single cuff that you could get for spirited street riding. Typically, you don't see full gauntlet leather gloves that are waterproof. What you see are bomb-proof gloves designed for the track with aggressive pre-curves. Remember, the leather is going to break in about 5%. You want them to fit really, really tight. And I will say this is a rule of thumb. The more you spend is going to be the increase in level of technical protection and functionality that you get. So I have a Pro Metal RS from Dainese. That's a mid-range hardcore track day glove from them. It's a race glove. It sits right below that Pro Metal RS. Now, looking at it, or the Full Metal RS rather, I'm going to have a carbon fiber stainless knuckle composite, dual layers of leather. You're going to see Kevlar stitching, a lot of different components that are meant to be guarding against different types of crashes, flexibility in the back of the hand. As I start to rotate over, we have a single cuff. You see race gloves that have dual cuffs. Again, you're going to see cowhide. You could see kangaroo here as a higher level of investment in the palm. You'll see Nomex or Kevlar linings to protect you in the event of a crash. And here on this Dainese, you're going to see a palm slider, protection at the ball of the thumb. They have an external grip patch here. That's an additional area for tactile response from the bike. And look at how aggressive this pre-shape is. I will say, too, as you